Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to my notification gang for hitting the like button. And the video ain't start yet. Y'all village ones in it. I appreciate you anyway. My bad, y'all. I'm looking at this video like, why is I was trying to stretch it out. I'm like, what's happening? And her face just why the hell her face keep getting bigger? I guess she zoomed all the way goddamn in. Anyway, I had my coworker send this to me, man. Shout out to her. She sent me a couple videos. We're actually planning to do a collab or two. So we'll see what's going on. I know she's planning to start her channel really soon. So we trying to see if we can get our schedules aligned. But we'll see what's up. Anyway, shout out to her. She's the one who sent me this video. She was talking about how she gave me like a brief synopsis of it. Basically was saying that this woman was 14 and sleeping with grown men, right? And so basically I was like, yo, that's crazy, man. I haven't seen this video yet, but basically I was saying like, yo, that's crazy, man. This is the reason why dudes, your fellas, y'all boys have to be in your daughter's life, in your kid's life, period. But especially in your daughter's life. Growing up in the damn hood, I've seen so many women just like this damn woman here, young women, young, 13, 14 years old over here getting their damn back cracked by grown ass 20, 30, 40-year-old men. I told y'all I was a senior in high school. One of my homegirls at the time, she was a senior? I can't remember. I think I was senior or junior. I can't remember. But she had her first child. She was 16 years old. Her baby daddy was 34 or 36 years old. Couldn't even come to the hotel because if he would have came to the hotel, they would have arrested his ass. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that happens so often, especially, I'm not saying it doesn't happen anywhere else, but it definitely happens in the hood. Me seeing this, me seeing girls sitting next to me in my class talking about their boyfriend, 25, 30 years old, and all this, that, and third. Girls, the damn the chicks that used to always dress all provocative, excuse me, get dropped off by grown ass drug dealers and stuff like that. Mind you, they 50, we the same age, 15 years old. She over here tongue kissing the damn drug dealer. Man, 30, 40 years. What the hell going on here? Oh, here, baby, here a couple hundred, baby, go get you something to eat. Coming to school flexing on us. These are the things, man. Let's get into it. Again, shout out to my homegirl, man. Let's get into the video, y'all.
Into the ninth grade, I made it up in my mind. I said, you know what? I'm going to go find me a boyfriend. And I waited until my dad went to work because my dad worked at night. My mother, she actually went to bed early. So what I started doing was
she had a father.
Snuck out the house. And I want to say it was probably about 11 o'clock at night. And I heard somebody say, psst, 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 come here, come here. So I walked towards the spitting sound, and this guy began to ask me questions. He was like, so like, what's your name? How old are you? I told him my name. I told him that I was 14. He was like, you're not 14. I said, I am 14. And then he asked me if I was a twerker. And at the time I thought a twerker was a prostitute. So I'm like, no, I'm not a twerker. He was like, yes, you are. So then he came up, he began to walk closer to me, and then he put his hand in between my legs. And because I was used to that, so I'm just like, okay. So when he did that, he was like, oh yeah, you a twerker. So get in the car and holler at my homeboy. So I'm like, okay. And age 14, I had never been penetrated. So when I got into the car with his homeboy, with his friend, I remember I opened the passenger door. So I got in the car. I wasn't even nervous. He began to touch me and caress like my breast and things like that. So I took my underwear off and we had sex. So essentially that was actually my very first time having sex with a man and being penetrated. So in the car with...
Okay. Let me I'm so sorry. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. Let me go back to the beginning. She said, but what is happening? She said her father worked that night, so her father was in her life to an extent. Her mom was sleeping, would go to sleep early, and she would walk the streets because she wanted to find a boyfriend. I'm so sorry, y'all. My bad for the long pause. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together because I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now. So, Jesus Christ, I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think her father was that. And again, like I said earlier, to an extent, right? I don't think her father was in her life because ain't no way in hell my 14-year-old daughter will think it'd be okay walking around late at night looking for a boyfriend. What? And then the first dude over here talking, psst, psst, and you walking over to him, and he putting his hands in places, and you, what did she just say? She like, yo, I wasn't even nervous. What? What is happening? That's your first time, man. Listen, not to spin it back to me, but hell, I ain't gonna catch with y'all. My first time, boy, look, I was shaking. I was shaky. My first time, I was out here nervous as hell. Anyway, that's a top for another day. But bro, what? So you meet? Did he use a condom at least? I'm hoping he at least used the damn condom. Did you tell the police what happened? Did you tell your parents? Did you tell anybody besides making this recording? Because obviously she don't look for it. She's not 14 right now. I'm assuming this is something that happened probably a decade ago. I don't know. I'm assuming. Let's keep going because I am so confused right now, bro. It's not even funny.
This man, I want to say he probably was like maybe 18 or 19. After I had sex with him, then the guy who first asked me to get into the car to talk to him, he got into the car and he was like, hey, let's get in the back seat, and then end up having sex with him. So then when I thought that I was done, I began to like put my clothes back on and proceed to get out of the back seat of the car. There was another guy that came and he began to push me back into the car. And he said, oh, it's my turn. I'm like, okay. So had sex with him. And then
No. Okay. All right, bro. All right. Okay. All right. Bro, what is happening right now? So it's your first time you slept with a random guy. Then the second dude that originally called you over, you slept with him. Where did the third guy come from? So now you slept with 3 dudes in the same night? Please tell me these guys you.
And once he was done, he got out the car. Then another guy got in. Once the fourth guy was done, then I got out of the car. The last 2 men that I had sex with, they asked me, could I come back with?
Nah, she capping. She slept with 4 guys in the same. Nah, she capping. Nah, this ain't real. This is fake. This is fake. Now I'm about to call my damn coworker and cuss her out for sending me this damn sending me this damn nonsense. This is fake. Come on, bro.
Them back to one of their houses, and I did that, had sex with them in some backyard.
What?
And I believe at that time I had developed an addiction to that, an addiction to sex at that time, because it was like an adrenaline rush. I didn't have a cell phone, I didn't have any of that. I was just out just being silly. While I was walking home, there was another
out being silly. That's what that's called. Fellas, I am begging y'all boys. This looks like it's a pretty long video. So we only have barely halfway. We already at 2-minute, 30-minute mark. So 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm hoping this story ended with you telling your parents what happened and some arrests being made, if not all of them getting arrested. Fellas, please stay in y'all daughters' lives, bro. Please, bro. Please. I've seen this happen when I was in high school so many times. It's not even funny. It's not even. Girls were getting trains ran on when I was in high school, but at least it was, not to say it was better, but to an extent kind of better, because it was with guys that was their age, not grown men. And she didn't technically have a train ran on. I'm not saying that she did, but I mean, this is kind of. It's your first time. You went from trying to find a boyfriend to getting 4 dudes smashing you in the same night. Then you drove to somebody else's house. Somebody hit you in a backyard. That's 5 dudes in the same night. Where was your mama at?
other guy, he came, he was riding on a bicycle, and all these were grown men, and all of them again asked him the same question: what's your name? Where are you from? How old are you? And I'm like, I'm 14. And then they all say, no, you're not. No, you're not. I'm like, yeah, I'm 14. So the grown man on the bicycle, when he seen me walking home, he told me, he was like, you shouldn't be out this time of night. And I'm like, okay. So he said, I'm gonna walk you home. I said, okay, cool. He said, yeah, I just want to make sure you get home safe. So as we were walking, I had him and I like turned down the alley, because like in my mind I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to let him know exactly where I stay, but it's late. So as we begin to walk down the alley, he got off his bicycle and then he grabbed my hand and then he lured me to someone else's backyard and then had me get in a certain position and then had sex with me. So that was the fifth guy, that first time for me having sex. Once I made it back inside the house and I snuck back in through the back door and then got me a shower. It was probably about 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was out from 11 p.m. until about 5. I think they passed a law for school to start later for high schoolers, but at that time you had to be to school by like 6:50 or so. So I just automatically jumped into the shower, washed up. I remember that first night, like just washing up and seeing a lot of blood on my washcloth and not really understanding it. But I said, hey, if this is what it takes for me to have a boyfriend, I'm all for it. And when I did that, I would go to the same area. And each night the crowd became larger. So they would have me get into the car and then into the back seat, and then guys would take their turns. So some nights it'd be 2 guys and then some nights it'd be 20. And while I would be in the back seat with one of the guys, there'd be other men just banging on the window saying, hey, it's my turn. It's my turn. In the midst of this, while I'm out there wilding out, doing some crazy things, having sex with all these random men, I was in an abstinence program. My mother had us join the church.
I can't watch this anymore, y'all. I bit off way more than I could chew. I am. What are you doing in an abstinence group? So did your mother or father know that you were having sex? I'm praying to God that this is a fake or at least an exaggerated story. I'm praying to God. What did she just say? Oh, I would sneak out my house after that, sneak out of my house and go back to the same damn location and let 2 or 20? What? Bro, please let this story end with some type of an arrest or arrests, plural, being made for them nasty ass damn pedophile ass dudes. Ain't no way in hell, bro. Listen, there is no way in hell. I don't have kids yet, but when I do, when I do decide to have kids, you are out of your mind if you think I'm not going to realize my daughter has been missing from 11 p.m. till 5 a.m. in the goddamn morning. I have bro, I'm the oldest out of technically it's 6, but 7 siblings. When my brothers come over to spend the night at my damn place, I'm up every couple hours checking them out. Y'all good? Y'all straight? Okay, all right, cool. I'll be back in 30 minutes. And not because I'm being nosy. I'm making sure that y'all straight and where you supposed to goddamn be. That's me thinking as a brother, let alone as a parent. This, bro, there is no way my mom went to bed early. I don't give a damn how early she wanted. I would think to myself, okay, let me get up, check, make sure. Bro, I do that every single night, multiple times per night. Get up, I check my locks, checks the windows, even though I never open it, but I'm still checking and making sure that the goddamn window is locked, making sure everything's straight, making sure the alarm is on, making sure whatever the goddamn case. What? Bro, this gotta be fake, man. No, I'm praying to God that this is crazy.
When I think I was like 8, and I was very active. I was active in youth group and ushering. It was like I was literally living a double life. Sometimes even after class, some of the guys might be waiting for me, whether at the other house or in the car, or they'll be waiting for me in the bathroom, and then I would have sex with them in those random locations. And my parents, the whole time, they're thinking I'm going to the abstinence program. And I was so well at what I did.
Again, why are they sending you to an abstinence program? Did they know you were having sex? This story, bro, what is happening?
excelled even in the abstinence program that they had me become to speak at one of the like main events because they really admired just who I was, but not knowing again that I'm getting buck wild. Eventually with all of that, walking out, doing all that stuff, it was one day I just decided I didn't want to do it anymore. I really tried, and when that happened, I remember I want to say like 2 weeks later, some guys, for some reason, I don't know how they figured out where I live. They began to knock on the window, and then it began again. The cycle began again. Parents found out about it from a relative who eventually had asked me to have sex with him. Age 15 is when I surrendered my life to the Lord. It's like my life changed drastically, and the things that I was doing, I realized that I wasn't just hurting myself, but I was breaking God's heart, and I didn't want to do that.
Fellas, please stay in your children's life, man. And mothers, please pay attention to your goddamn daughters. It sounded as if this was going on for a year. She said she started at 14, ended approximately 15. From 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Something is just, a lot of things just, it's not adding up in the story. I don't know, maybe it's because I just refuse to believe that at 14 she was out there doing, which is kind of crazy and stupid to me because, again, like I said, growing up in the hood, man, these are things that yeah, we snuck out the house, but I didn't sneak out the house for 6 hours. That's wild. I knew for a fact my mama was going to wake up soon. I'll sneak out the house to, get a quickie with whatever chick I was messing with at the time. 30 minutes flat, and I'm back in the damn house. Let alone having, I was really hoping and praying that the story would end with some arrests being made, but I don't know. If y'all know who this is, y'all please make sure y'all let me know in the comment section. I have no idea who this is. Like I said, my coworker, she doesn't know. Just sent it to me or whatever the case may be. But yeah, it's just a lot of holes in the story, a lot of things that just was not making sense to me. I'm done, man. I'm done. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. And until next time, please, man, I'll be safe, Erica.